Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another pick a card reading, and this one is going to be regarding a romantic interest and what their message is to you. So my intention for this reading is for it to be someone that you are in no contact with, you're in separation, maybe you haven't talked to them for a while, and you're wondering what they want to say to you or what they would say to you if they were in contact with you. So I created the message cards myself using lyrics to songs that I like. I just took lyrics that I feel like, I don't know, they really like hit me hard or something. I don't know. And I just created those as like messages from the person. So go ahead and pick your group. I have 4 here. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. I do have little charms on them. If you want to pick by that, I'll show you them real quick. Group 1 has a little sun charm. Group 2 has this little purple charm. I don't really know what that is. Group 3 has this blue kyanite. And group 4 has a blue lapis. So if you want to pick by the charms or by the numbers, however you want to pick, go ahead and pick your group, and we're going to go ahead and get started with group number 1. By the way, I have already tried to film this video once and the lighting just acted up, so hopefully that doesn't happen in this video today. But if it does, please bear with me. But okay, group 1. This is what their message is to you. And I can't really like show it. I mean, you could kind of see it. Maybe if you want to like pause it and look at it that way, you can. But okay. But I'll just read it to you. It says, "She ignores me, she thinks that I'm a waste, and I beg her that I'm going to be okay. She doesn't believe in me anymore, and then we grow apart and life takes its place." So this is a song by Acid Ghost, and it's called Not the Same Person. And I picked other cards to kind of indicate like the energies behind the message that they're trying to say. And for some reason with this one, I was getting the vibe that whoever's watching this video is a female, because there's the, what is it, pronoun she? Is that what the right term for it is? Pronoun? I'm not sure. But I feel like this person still holds deep feelings for you in their heart space, because we got the heart chakra and it's associated with love and emotions, and we also have the moon. So I feel like they hold these deep emotions with you or for you, but I feel like they see you as someone who has moved on, because again, the lyric says, "And then we grow apart and life takes its place." And it's also saying she ignores me. So I feel like they see you as someone who's moved on from them. And I feel like they think of you as kind of a mystery, because again, there's no context. So I feel like they don't really know how you feel towards them anymore, because you've kind of become mysterious to them. Like it's unknown what's going on with y'all. And I feel like this might be, we also have the 2 of Wands from the Dark Angels Tarot. So this might be indicating that they are either indecisive about trying to contact you or trying to move on, or maybe indecisive about determining how you feel about them. Like maybe they're wondering, does she not still have feelings or care for me? But this might also be just that indecision between y'all two, where everything is just kind of a mystery right now, Things haven't been communicated, maybe there hasn't been any closure, or maybe things haven't been revealed, maybe somebody has been keeping something from someone else. But regardless, they do still hold love for you in their heart, and I feel like they shared a very like special bond with you that had a lot to do with friendship and playfulness, especially because we have the Fool, and the Fool is kind of a youthful energy. So I feel like they really miss this about you, that they were able to have fun with you and be playful with you, and yeah, I feel like they miss that. And I feel like that's something that they really got from you, from your energy, is just like this lighthearted playfulness. But there's still some things that are left to be like, there's still some things that are unclear on their end, and probably on your end too, because I feel like they might be picking up on that. So that's their message to you. I hope some of it resonated with you. Leave me a comment down below if you have anything that you want to share. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 2. Okay, so if you picked group number 2, this is what the person you are thinking of, this is their message to you. So, the song lyrics that are the message. I did this for group 1. I don't know if you could like see it. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, I don't know. Maybe you could like pause it there and read it if you want. But I'm gonna read it to you anyways. The lyrics are, I was hoping that you wouldn't forget me, but I know you will. So don't go around saying there's no such thing as love. You can't go trading me places. Don't forget that I am the cynical one. So this song is actually really sad. It's a song by TV Girl, and it's called Cynical One. It's a really beautiful song, but it's really, really sad. So that's their message to you. And this one does feel kind of sad as far as like the energy behind it, because these cards are then going to say what the energy behind it is. And I feel like, okay, first of all, it's interesting that we got these lyrics, Cynical One, where in the song he's talking about, you know, he's being cynical about love, and we have stay optimistic about your love life. So I feel like that's kind of their issue right now. And I feel like the reason why they feel kind of cynical is because they see you as someone who's moved on. Like there's been a conclusion to this thing. Like maybe the no contact period is a result of ending this connection, or maybe they feel that the connection is ended because there's no contact, and they see you as someone who's moving forward, moving ahead. And I almost feel like they might feel some kind of like envy for this. And I feel like that's where this cynicism is stemming from, because, you know, they see like he's looking to the light here, and this Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, I kind of associate it with that like very like light energy, because it's very like intuitive, but it's very like free and chasing after, you know, ideas and dreams or goals or visions that they want. So I feel like they see you as like this fresh-faced person, you know, like you're a brand new person, and they're kind of like envious about it, because it's either that they want this for themselves, they want to be able to move on in this way, the way that they perceive you as having moved on, or it's just that they feel kind of left out in the cold, and they feel a little bit kind of like envious, because it almost seems as though you've forgotten them. But so yeah, so the challenge, because the Dark Angels Tarot, we have the Seven of Wands, and you see how he's like standing, you know, with all these wands around him, and he's kind of like fighting off something. So I feel like maybe if he's maybe if people have expressed interest, okay, I keep saying he, but you could, you know, change this around. I mean, there is like feminine energy here, so that's just like how I'm like channeling it. But obviously you can interchange whatever gender thing. This could be for anyone, but I mean, this does look like a man. I know this kind of looks like a woman. I don't know. I can't tell what this is, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to say this person that this message is from, they're blocking off something. So if people have expressed interest in this person, they kind of are battling this cynicism that they are feeling regarding the connection with you. Because maybe it's something that really affected them, or maybe it's something that, you know, they didn't think that you would move on so quickly, and now it's like, I don't know, they just feel kind of like down about it. And maybe in general, they're just blocking out the idea of love. You know how it's saying, don't go around saying there's no such thing as love. You can't go trading me places. So maybe they feel like they were really let down by the ending or the conclusion of this connection. So I feel like they are kind of blocking themselves out to this idea of love, because maybe they really felt it with you, and the fact that things didn't work out, things didn't last, it's kind of just, you know, again, it's kind of made them doubt the existence probably of love, or the idea of it. This person, whoever this is that you're watching this video for, they're just in a very kind of low place. And not that it's bad, but it's something that they're trying to work through, because we have stay optimistic about your love life. So again, they're trying, you know, they're trying to work through it, but this is just their message that overall they might just be feeling kind of down about it, kind of cynical, and kind of, you know, looking at it from maybe a more negative perspective. But they're really trying to work through this state and to be more optimistic and let love in and give people chances, or let the, you know, love come to them. So overall, that's their message. And something else that I just got was, maybe they also see you as someone who is more optimistic, and maybe that's another thing that's kind of making them feel like they're lacking in something, because they can't be this optimistic. But overall, I'm getting that, you know, maybe that's what they're trying to work on. So that's their message to you, group number 2. Hope you like it, and I'm going to move on to group number 3. Okay, group number 3. If you picked group 3, this is what the person who you are in no contact with, this is what their message is to you. So this is the lyrics. Oh, okay. So the lyrics that I'm using as a message is, please call me and tell me that you want me, because right now my life is getting pretty ugly. And this is a song by the Drums, and it's called Heart, Basel. I don't know if you could see that. So you could probably, like, if you want to read it yourself, but I just went ahead and read it to y'all. So what's the energy behind this? So I feel like, again, they're waiting for a message or for some kind of clarity. Okay, the lighting just got kind of like weird and dark. But I feel like they're waiting for some kind of truth to be told by someone. Okay, somebody here has probably started dating someone new. I don't know who it is. I feel like it might be the person that's watching this video, but it could be them too. But because we have new love, and we also have the High Priestess as like a challenge card, or like maybe something like darker within this message. And for some reason, when I see it in this deck, I see it as someone who, I mean, again, it's like a lack of clarity. Something isn't being revealed, but I almost see it as like, in this reading, the way it's coming up, maybe someone is hiding someone or something, some kind of like truth. So either the person who is watching this video has a new love interest, and this person here is waiting to hear the truth about that, or they themselves have a new love interest, but yet they still are unsure of what's going on your end, and they still would like some contact because things, I feel like, still aren't like concluded on their end, and maybe on your end too, because you're obviously still watching this video, so maybe like there's still healing that needs to occur, regardless of who it is that has this new love interest. And I feel like that's why they want you to contact them, because I feel like they want this message because I feel like someone needs closure, and I feel like it's the person that you're watching this video for. I feel like they need closure because they're trying to like heal from something, but it's almost like they can't because there's something being hidden, if that makes sense. Maybe they're even scared that you have moved on to like a new relationship. Maybe that's something that they're worried about, that's what's going on, and that's why there's no contact. Or maybe even if they are with someone new, again, they still feel like there hasn't been closure with this group for some reason. Like there hasn't been closure, because the other two groups that I've done, they've kind of stated, like, the messages have been kind of more like direct about how they're feeling. This one is just like, please call me. Please call me. So that's like what their message is to you. Like, they haven't contacted you because maybe they want you to contact them. Maybe they don't want to approach you. And okay, from these two cards, so that could be it for some of you out there. But we also have the Sun and we have the Emperor here. So this is why I think this could be the new love interest, but this could also be the person that you are watching this video for is working on themselves and trying to heal through things to kind of have a rebirth of themselves, of their identity, to kind of be someone new. And I feel like they're really working on themselves to kind of change, especially if you were in like a serious connection and maybe y'all had a lot of challenges and stuff, and they might feel certain ways to where they're thinking a lot about things that they could have done or should have done. And I feel like they're trying to like work on themselves to have like a rebirth of who they are, to start something new. And I almost feel like they want to contact you because they want to see if you could love them again. If they themselves could be a new love for you, because they probably feel like they're a new person and they're healed, especially for this group. If it's been a really long time since y'all have talked, since there's been any contact, if it's been like a good amount of time, I feel like this group has kind of really done the work. And even though things might be feeling pretty hard, maybe a part of them still feels like they want to start something new with you, if that makes sense. So, but this could also be that they see you as someone who's done this themselves, like you've kind of like healed yourself, but because there's no contact, you're still kind of a mystery, like there's no clarity regarding like how you feel or what's going on your side. And maybe this new love is their fears, maybe this is just part of their fears, that they're worried about this being true, that you're seeing someone else or you're with someone else and they don't know that. So I feel like they might feel really alone with this one, because we have the Emperor and this is the Aries card, and Aries is just number 1 by themselves, and we also have a 1 here, so maybe they feel like really alone. And then we have another 1, Ace of Swords. So I feel like they want a message from you. They want you to contact them and kind of clear things up, because again, there's no clarity, and on their end at least, it still feels like there's no closure. So overall, that's what I'm getting for this group. I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 4. Okay, last group. If you picked group number 4, this is what the person you are thinking of, this is their message to you. So this is the song lyrics. Okay. So this is a song. I don't really know how to say this artist. It's like beabadoobee. I legit don't know how to say this artist. But the song is called Coffee, and it's a really cute song. It's actually kind of a sad song. And it's the lyrics say, which is the message, is I promise that one day I'll feel fine. I promise that one day I'll feel alright. So already I'm getting this person is kind of feeling hurt or kind of feeling sad. So, ooh. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this group is like really, really heavy energy and it's really sad. I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to be dramatic, but whoever you are watching this video for, this person is sad. I will just say that. This is the 5 of Cups, okay? And this is like, look at this card. Look how dark it is. Like, they literally feel just completely left out in the cold, and we have separation. They are really feeling this separation. We also have the 6 of Cups. They're reminiscing on old times, old memories. They're being very nostalgic about this. Really, all they want to say to you is that they know right now that, I don't know. I feel like they're just really sad and they just want you to know that even though they're sad right now, eventually they're going to be okay. And maybe especially they want to say this to you if you're someone who kind of feels sad that they're sad, especially like, I don't really know what the situation is, honestly, but if it's especially something where the person who's watching this video had to decide to move on, like made the decision to end this connection, then this person is really sad. And I feel like they don't really want you to dwell or be worried about the fact that they're sad because they want you to be happy. That's what I'm getting overall. And I feel like even though they feel sad right now, they want you to know it's not going to be like this forever. You know, one day they're going to be able to be okay. But right now, they're really like in the feeling of sadness and of feeling like the loss of you. But the reason I say is that it's not going to be forever is because we have Goddess of the Moon. And this card talks about like higher knowing, higher intuition, and kind of like understanding life, I guess, if that makes sense. I kind of see this as like the 7th chakra card. So it's kind of like very like almost like living from like your higher self or like your higher purpose. And I feel like they understand that this connection is part of that. Like it was meant to teach them these things. And so I feel like they're using this energy, this higher knowing, higher intuition to understand the broader purpose of what this connection was for them, for their life, for their existence, for their journey, for what it was meant to teach them. That's what I feel like this is for. And I feel like it's this deep inner knowing and this deep inner faith that even though they don't have you anymore and that y'all are in this separation and they feel this sad and darker energy and they feel very like just they miss you, you know, just very sad. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Even though they feel that, they know that deep down it's this inner faith that things are going to be okay and that eventually everything's going to work itself out regardless of whether y'all come back together or not. they just have this inner knowing that it happened for a reason, like everything that happened between y'all happened for a reason. It was all part of like this bigger plan for the universe, or for their own purpose, or for their own life and journey. And they're really like living by that, because again, the lyrics were, I promise that one day I'll feel fine. I promise that one day I'll be all right. So they probably see you as someone who's kind of begun to pursue other interests regarding like emotions. This doesn't have to be romantic. It could be anything like creative, or I don't know, anything that has to do with like intuition or spirituality. And I feel like they know that one day they'll get to that point too. And this is also them having the idea of maybe, the potential of moving on, finding something new, of being able to love again and give of themselves to love or to another person. It's like they know, the idea is already there. They already know that it's going to happen. And they're telling you, they're going to be okay. So I feel like overall, they're telling you they know deep down everything's going to be okay with them, but they're still sad because they still miss you, and they're still feeling like the loss of this connection, the loss of you, and the pain of the separation. So, yeah. I feel like this one, out of all the groups, was a little bit more like moving on. The other ones were kind of like, there's either like there needs to be closure, or like they think the other person's moving on, but it's like, oh, I'm not sure like if I can move on. But this one kind of feels like, no, things are done with the connection, and it's sad, but it's kind of meant to be, and whatever happens kind of energy, which actually isn't bad if you think about it. And I feel like they want you to know that it's not really bad where they're at. They just still feel sad, but it's going to be okay. So if you're someone who's watching this, like this group 4, and you are kind of worried about them, because I feel like there's a deep like connection here, like almost like an intuitive one. Like I feel like maybe you might be picking up on this, that maybe they feel sad or hurt. Because that can happen. That does exist between people. And I feel like maybe you might be feeling like their sadness too, and maybe you might feel sad too. Maybe y'all both just feel sad. So this is kind of one of those things where it's like, you have a great connection with someone, but things just don't work out, and it sucks, but it's kind of just like part of life, Okay, so that's, I think, all I have to say. If you're picking up on this energy, though, they just want you to not be super worried about them, because I feel like they want you to be happy too, and I'm sure that you want them to be happy too. So I'm sure that hearing this, hopefully it kind of, helped ease your mind, especially if you're worried about them and their state still. So yeah. I hope that you guys liked this video and this pick a card reading. Hopefully it resonated with some of you, and I hope that it actually helped you a little bit, because I know no contact periods can be difficult and challenging and can present a lot of unclarity and uncertainty. So hopefully this kind of helped a little bit. And yeah, thank you for watching.